Last year, I went to Glacier National Park ALONE for the first time, and almost immediately, everything went wrong. A storm had rolled in, parking at Logan Pass was a nightmare, I injured myself less than a mile into my hike, and I never made it to Manny Glacier or got to hike to Grinnell Glacier, which is an area of the park that I really wanted to see. So this year, I came back alone and decided to try it all over again. But this time, I had a plan. This year, Glacier had changed the rules. You no longer needed a reservation to drive the Going to the Sun road, but Logan Pass now has a 3-hour parking limit, and because I wanted to hike the Highline Trail again, I would need a shuttle reservation. And I didn't have one yet. Glacier National Park has intimidated me ever since I moved to Montana over 3 years ago. It's big, remote, wild, and very crowded. Last year was my first time visiting Glacier by myself, and let's just say my trip did not go as planned. So this year, I decided to come back and try this again on my own. Not just to visit the park, but to figure it out. How to get around, how to deal with the crowds, how to plan my hikes, and most importantly, how to feel comfortable exploring a place this big and wild completely on my own. For my trip this year, I had 4 big things I wanted to accomplish. Finish hiking the Highline Trail, finally see Grinnell Glacier, cold plunge in the glacier, and hopefully have a much better experience than I did last year. If I was going to figure out Glacier this time, I knew I needed a better plan. So first, I decided to stay on the east side of the park. I booked a tent site at the same campground I stayed at last year, Johnson's RV Park in St. Mary, because it's affordable, convenient, and would put me close to both Logan Pass and Manny Glacier. Then I figured out my transportation. Because of the new 3-hour parking limit at Logan Pass, I wouldn't be able to park my car up there and spend the entire day hiking the Highline Trail. So I needed a shuttle reservation. The problem? I didn't have one yet. Shuttle reservations for the following day are released at 7 p.m. the night before. So at exactly 7 p.m., I logged on to recreation.gov using the Wi-Fi at the campground. And somehow, I managed to secure a reservation for the 7 a.m. shuttle. $1 later, and my redemption hike was officially happening. I also downloaded a map of the area and created both of my hiking routes using Onyx Backcountry before I left home because once I got into the park, I knew I wouldn't be able to count on having cell service. And this year, instead of spending a bunch of money eating out in St. Mary, I brought all of my own food with me. So now I had a tent site, I had my transportation figured out, I had my hiking routes on my phone, and I had all my food. All I had left to do was to pull this solo car camping adventure off. Day 2 started pretty early. If there's one thing I've learned from visiting Glacier, it's that if you want to do anything in this park, you have to get up and get to where you need to go early. Here we go, round 2 of the Highline Trail. This time I'm not getting injured and I'm going both ways. Last year, this was where things started going wrong. This year, I just needed to keep going and hopefully not get injured. I'm not injured. By this point in the hike last year, I was injured. Have I mentioned how gorgeous Glacier National Park is? It is so beautiful that I was willing to brave the crowds again to come do this redemption hike and see it all over again. Apparently, getting an early start has another benefit, and that's getting to see the wildlife out on trail. So far along my hike this morning, I've seen a goat, several ground squirrels, a marmot, a deer, and bighorn sheep. Have I mentioned how pretty it is here? I decided to skip the garden wall side trail this year. I did this one last year. It's steep, crowded, and kind of sketchy in parts. Since I was already planning on doing a 14-mile hike today, I didn't want to add on any extra challenges to my already challenging hike. Almost to the chalet. Hiked 7.4 miles in 3.5 hours. Not too shabby. I am starving for lunch. Just had lunch at the chalet, and now I'm gonna hike the 7.6 miles back to Logan Pass. This has been such an awesome redemption hike. I'm excited to see it going the other way. A lot of people on this trail, and there's a lot more uphill. I don't remember going downhill, but maybe that's why, because we were going downhill. Like up and up and up and up. Finally we're going downhill. It's so beautiful. You know what's really nice is there's not a lot of people around me right now, but it's still crowded out here, but it's doable. One thing about visiting a popular place like Glacier National Park is that if you plan on hiking one of the busiest trails in the whole park, it's almost impossible to avoid crowds out there, but you can work around them. And since I didn't have a car up at Logan Pass I needed to rush back to, I could take my time and hike the whole trail. Today could not have gone more perfect. I got to stick to the plan. I didn't have to pivot, and it all worked out. I actually liked not having to drive my car up to the pass because I didn't have to deal with any stress of parking my car or looking for a parking spot. The shuttle was absolutely the way to go. It was $1 well spent. And this trip wasn't over yet. I still had my biggest goal of the entire trip still ahead of me tomorrow, and that was to visit Manny Glacier and hike to Grinnell Glacier. It just feels so good to be at my campsite and just sit down and relax and not have to really do anything or go anywhere. And I'm excited for tomorrow. If day 2 was all about redemption, day 3 was about finally getting to visit a part of the park I didn't get to see last year. I'd never been to Manny Glacier before, and today I was finally going to hike to Grinnell Glacier. But I also had one slightly ridiculous goal, and that was to submerge my body in it.
Good morning from the Grinnell Glacier Trailhead parking lot, where it is 7:30. The key to glacier success: start early. Everything, start early. If you're late, you're late.
And this is another lesson I kept learning over and over again on my trip to Glacier this year. And that was to show up early. Get your parking spot early. Get to the trailhead early. Get on the shuttle early. Then you can just relax for the rest of the day and enjoy your adventure. By getting to the parking lot early enough, I was able to sit in my car, drink my tea, eat my breakfast, and get ready for my hike without feeling rushed or worrying if I was going to get a parking spot or not, because I was already here.
All right, here we go. Hike number 2 for this trip, going to Grinnell Glacier and cold plunging in the Grinnell Glacier. Here we go. I'll never understand why people feel the need to bring a Bluetooth speaker out to a beautiful place like this and listen to crappy music. Nobody wants to hear your music. And if you're scared of bears, just talk out loud. Nobody wants to hear your music out in the outdoors. I mean, come on. Come on. Freaking conga line to get up here. So many people. Managed to get away from part of the conga line. Got a little space. I think I am like a mile from the glacier. So almost there.
This was the place I wanted to see last year, and now here I was, finally getting to see it with my own eyes. Perfect little lunch spot got a little crowded, but I did have it to myself for probably about 15-20 minutes, so not bad. I'm so happy I did this one. Even though it's super crowded, it's so beautiful. And I polar plunged in a glacier. So many people going up, going down, everywhere. So many people. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. To the trailhead, survive the crowds. Next stop, soft serve at the lodge. I hope that's a true story because I've been thinking about soft serve for the last 4 miles.
Feels good to put my sandals on. Let's go get some soft serve. All right, correction, there's no soft serve at the Manny Glacier Lodge. Apparently it's a mile down the road at the Swift Current gift shop. Everyone keeps talking about the vanilla swirl and the berry. I don't know, but I'm about to find out. Let's go get some soft serve. Mission accomplished. Found the soft serve. Totally worth hiking 11 miles for. Next goal, get back to the campsite and take another wonderful shower. Today was awesome. My whole trip has been awesome. Can I just say that I have not had to pivot a single moment on this trip? Everything I wanted to do and everything that I planned happened according to plan. It's incredible. I've had an amazing time.
Last year, Glacier felt really intimidating to me, but after coming back this year, the park felt much more manageable. Not because Glacier was any less crowded or that everything was easy this time around, but because I finally knew how to navigate my way through this park. This time, I had a plan, and I had a better idea of what I was getting myself into. And I had the confidence in myself to know that I could figure things out if something didn't go according to my plan. Last year, I felt like Glacier was a place I needed to conquer. This year, it felt like a place I could explore. If you're thinking about visiting Glacier National Park, here's what I recommend. Start early. If you want parking, shorter shuttle waits, and cooler hiking conditions, try to get to where you want to go early. Expect crowds. The Highline and Grinnell Glacier trails are popular for a reason. Don't go expecting to be out there by yourself. Go out there planning to see a lot of people and plan around them. Figure out transportation before you get into the park, especially if you plan on doing a longer hike out of Logan Pass. Bring more food and water than you think you'll need, and download your maps before you go. Don't count on having cellar Wi-Fi service inside the park. If you're watching this video and thinking about planning your own solo adventure, I put together a free guide called the First Solo Backpacking Trip Roadmap that will give you some ideas on how you can get started on planning your trip. Click the link down in the description below to download your free guide. Last year, I left this park thinking that maybe Glacier was just too big and intimidating for me. This year, I left knowing that I could figure this all out on my own. I could camp here alone. I could navigate the crowds. I could hike these trails by myself. I could make my own decisions. And if something didn't go according to plan, I could figure that out too, because I think that's what solo adventuring is all about. It's not about proving that everything will go perfectly, but proving to yourself that you'll be okay if it doesn't. And now, I'm already looking forward to coming back to Glacier again next year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy trails and keep on trucking.